So this is going to be the texture and value house that we are going to do before you draw your own home. So don't be stressed about this. It's just a box that we've drawn a bunch of times using 2-point perspective, and we're just going to put a porch and a roof on it. So I'm not even going to use 2-point perspective. I'm not going to use the dots. I'm just going to kind of sketch it out, figure out where everything's going to go. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick the peak of my roof. I'm going to go in and just draw the front angle of that roof. So I'm drawing light so I can go back, make changes. I'm drawing the sides here all the way down to the ground, and I can draw the porch right over this because I'm drawing light. I'm going to figure out how far my roof goes here. It's not going to be exactly like the picture, but you want to make it fairly close. You want the proportions to be somewhat what they are in the photo. It just makes things easier when you're drawing. If you really wanted to make this accurate, you could get out the ruler and you could do the points and you can make this 2-point perspective, but I'm not too worried about that. I just want it kind of close. So just looking at my photo reference, figuring out where the top of this kind of covered patio is and where the bottom of the window is. I'm just going to start sketching those in. I'm still trying to keep it somewhat to the proportions in the picture, not making it too wide. And again, I'm going light enough that I can go back and erase, move things around. Once I'm feeling good about where things are at, I'm darkening them up a little bit. I'm figuring out where the roof of this porch goes next. Again, all the lines are light, so if I don't like where they're at, I can just move them around. Once things look good, I'm darkening them up. So I feel pretty good about the front of the house. I'm just going to go on to the side and do my windows. So I kind of have a reference of my front window in terms of width and height. I'm going to go in and put in these 2 windows. Now I'm kind of guessing on the width of these bottom windows since both of them are covered with some bushes, but I want to get them pretty close to what I think I can see in the reference photo. So I feel pretty good about how the house looks. Figure out where kind of the grass ends right around here. And then I'm going to just do some tiny details in the house that I don't want to forget about. I'm going to come back and do some other things, but just getting windowsills in and highlights, kind of firm up positions, and then my chimney. I got to figure out where it lines up with the window and get that chimney in. So now I'm just going to rough in pencil lines of the trees. So looking at my photo reference, I kind of have this fir tree here with kind of the points to it. I want to get that kind of figured out. And then you can kind of see the outline of other trees. You can see trees that are more sticks, bushes that are a little fluffier. And I just kind of want to get the outline of those shapes in, because these are mostly going to be just scribbled in value and texture with some hatching. And you can go as detailed as you want on these. If you feel like you need these trees to be a little more defined and exactly where they're going to go, you can draw them in a little more exact. I'm just kind of doing the triangle of this fir tree, just to kind of give myself an idea, give my ideas kind of where the weeds are in front of this house, and just where the bushes are going to land in front of the windows. So again, this is like our brick wall. These lines can all be erased when we're done, but there's a good chance they will just disappear behind. So this house, the siding, I do want to get these lines in somewhat. I'm probably, when I'm drawing it with pen, I'll use a ruler to try to get the lines a little more exact, but I just want to kind of give myself an idea of how wide each one of these pieces of siding is going to be on my drawing. So now I'm going in, just putting a little bit of the details that's going to be in the windows. Anything I want to make sure that I don't miss while I'm drawing it. So just double checking to see if everything is where it's going to land. Making sure I get this shadow that's on the roof in, because I don't want to miss that. So this is about the least detailed I'd want yours. I don't want you to make it any less detailed than this. If you want to make it more detailed, that is absolutely fine, but make sure it's at least this level of detail. So this is the end of this video. Make sure you have these all sketched out and ready to go so we can move on to pen.